calling the use of the guard dangerous and harmful to the district and its residents.
UT's AG Brian Schwartz said yesterday about this lawsuit. He wrote, no American city should have the U.S. military, particularly out-of-state military, who are not accountable to the residents and untrained in local law enforcement policing its streets. It's D.C. today, but could be any other city tomorrow.
That's how the military works.
Action to put an end to this illegal federal overreach.
Citizens should not have
President Trump could cut
any say in what the hell they do.
UK Prime Minister Angela Rayner resigns after ethics inquiry into underpayment of tax on home purchase. Her boss, Prime Minister Keir Starmer, called it the right decision. America's listening to Fox News.
Winter hiring. Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting the really great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm Jim Lott. The KLBI News Update is next. The students at George Washington University demanded that the colonial mascot be taken off of the university. The colonial army was fighting back against the colonizers. The time has come to step into the real world, not just for the class of 25. I don't know why adults aren't willing to sit down with moron kids and point this out. Play Travis and Buck Sexton. Colonizing the airwaves. Play and Buck, weekdays at 11 on News Talk 560 KLBI. Beaumont police are investigating a early morning shooting. Few details available. All we know at this time is it happened just past 1:30 in the 2300 block of Delaware, and there are 3 gunshot victims. A Lumberton man jailed in Jasper County, charged with assaulting a woman and injury to her 3-month-old child, will not be held without bond. The 6-year-old William Boynton was initially being held with a $550,000 bond for the attack in Jasper County. Boynton also has 2 aggravated related charges and aggravated kidnappings in Hardin County, along with a tampering warrant in Jefferson County. A convicted felon from Orange has been charged with federal drug and firearms violations. 35-year-old Mario Peoples was found to be in possession of 3 guns and methamphetamine this past February. Peoples, who has a previous conviction, is prohibited from possessing a firearm. If convicted, he faces up to 30 years in federal prison. And 2 are in the Jefferson County Jail facing multiple charges. A search warrant yesterday at a residence in the 6500 block of Lexington Drive in Beaumont revealed illegal pills, marijuana, methamphetamine, crack cocaine, and 2 handguns. 32-year-old Heaven Barrow and 39-year-old Daryl Patterson, both from Beaumont, were arrested. And the average price for a gallon of gas in the Beaumont Port Arthur area this morning, $2.71. That's down a penny from last week. A year ago, on the 5th of September, we were paying $2.90 a gallon. The statewide average dropping 2 cents to $2.77, while the national average stayed at $3.20 a gallon. KLBI News Time is 7:35, and KLBI Weather is next. From the Crown Electric Authorized Generac Generator Dealer Weather Center. This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's when their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. By the way, damn good newscast. It was a good one. Yeah, it really, really was. We were all in for talking about it. Thank you. Yeah, he usually saves the best for Friday. Yeah. He really does. Well, no, it's got the breakfast. What did you think, Harold? Was Harold talking about
Yeah.
grateful for the guy who wrote it because I was able to sleep later.
As far as I'm concerned, it's like I always said, that station in Dallas.
They were idiots.
They're idiots.
Yeah, no question.
Thank God they didn't. But
I know. I've been living happily ever after.
Thank 3800 also for one.
I don't know. I was younger. I don't like some.
Going to the big Danny Denby Dallas.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
You know, it was really fun. You know, having lived in Dallas at one time, it is hard for
Jesus.
me, and it shouldn't be because, you know, times change. But, you know,
That
when
is
I lived in
brutal.
Dallas was itty bitty. I mean, it really was. It was small. And, you know, I tried to Google the nightclub where we played, and you can't find anything on it. Now, you can find the nightclub that before they sliced it up, which was Dewey Groom's Longhorn Ranch.
So what was the one you can't find?
Well, it was Guthrie's, which is part of Dewey Groom's Longhorn Ranch. And they don't mention of it whatsoever. Held 1,000 people. But, you know, they don't want to talk. They want to talk about the 70s clubs.
There's a Guthrie Sports Bar and Grill down in Dallas.
I know. That's, you know.
No, it's in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, Google.
Yeah. Anyway, weather. Not for Dallas, but for Southeast Texas.
Exactly. It looks pretty good. We're going to continue to have some nice weather in our forecast. Looks like temperatures will be reaching up into the, low to mid-90s out there. Our low at night should be in the low to mid-70s. A very small chance of rain in the forecast coming up in the afternoon, evening hours. That would be tomorrow and Sunday. Tropics acting very, very well behaved. No problems there. And we don't expect any issues with that system out in the Atlantic. We'll keep watching, but right now, a long, long ways out. You know, we talk about interesting, Texas cities. You know the story of Indianola, Texas?
Yeah,
Which one think I do?
Indianola is on Matagorda Bay.
I've heard of it.
It was one of the biggest seaports in Texas.
Really?
Really?
And then in 1875, it was heavily damaged basically destroyed by a hurricane.
Wow.
They rebuilt, and the next hurricane was even worse in 1886, completely wiped it out, and it's a ghost town now. It used to have over 5,000 people in that community way back then. It was actually bigger than Galveston.
And then I guess after the subsequent storms, Galveston took over.
Yes, and then of course Galveston,
Houston took over.
Yeah, hurricanes have had a huge effect in Texas history. Indianola went bye-bye, and then Galveston became the city. And Galveston lost control when the 1900 hurricane hit them in 1950. Houston became the city.
Now, are you saying Indianola?
Indianola.
Yeah,
Because there's an Indianola, Mississippi.
Yeah, this is Texas. It's actually around Port Lavaca. It's right at the Port Lavaca.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I did not know that history.
All they have is a little bit of remnants left over, just some old debris and rattlesnakes. That's about it.
Wow. That is amazing. Well, Galveston made the comeback. Of course, Galveston's made the comeback as a tourist destination.
Yes.
But it was the banking center of Texas, the biggest seaport in Texas prior to the 1900 hurricane.
Wow. And this
Hurricanes can change history.
Yeah, they can. 80s.
Yeah. 1875 and 86, they had back-to-back pretty much severe hurricanes and wiped them out. That's it. We're out of here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a look at our morning weather here at News Talk Radio AM 560 KLBI. And folks over at Rayo's have a propensity to fill that sweet tooth. But, you know, I want to tell you, there's so many great things. I love to talk about their rice balls, which Wednesday, Thursday, usually Friday, you can get them. And usually after about 11 o'clock, that's when they come out of the oven. With Rayo's, it's not something that comes out there at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, and then they put it out on 11 o'clock on Wednesday. When you get stuff at Rayo's, it's fresh out of the oven. It's today's desserts. It's today's cakes. It's today's coffee. It's today's sandwiches. When you go to the Calder location or the Dallas location, and you see the folks sitting at their tables are having conversation, and they usually have a smile on their face because they're enjoying what they're dining on. And that is the bottom line with us at Rayo's. It always has been, always will be. Watch for our new location on 365 in Mid-County. And, of course, we're at Calder at 10th in Beaumont, Dowling Road in Beaumont, also in Houston. No matter whether it's good things to eat, good things to drink, or a combination of both. Folks at Reyes since 1941.
When you're looking for that authentic Cajun flavor, look no further than Crazy Cajun Seafood, 2310 North 11th Street in Beaumont. Just down from I-10. Monday through Friday lunch specials, $12. And come back for the happy hour drink specials and $5 appetizers starting at 3. Check out CrazyCajunBeaumont.com for karaoke night and their entertainment schedule. Your next meeting or party will be a hit at Crazy Cajun's Banquet Room. Dine in or carry out. Crazy Cajun Seafood Restaurant is budget-friendly. Crazy good food every day. I'm Jim Love. Sometimes it's the smaller sounds that mean the most. The grandchild's laugh, a heartfelt conversation, or your favorite song playing in the background. If these moments have started slipping away, audio hearing aids can bring them back into focus. These compact, comfortable devices deliver clear, natural sound to help you stay connected to the people and experiences that matter the most. Starting at $98, making better hearing more accessible than ever. No appointments, no waiting rooms, no insurance paperwork. Just open the box, put them in, and enjoy the sounds you've been missing. They're rechargeable. You don't have to deal with teeny batteries. And thanks to their discreet design and all-day coverage, you might even forget you're wearing them. Over 1 million people are already hearing more clearly with audio. It's clear they're making a real impact. And with a 45-day risk-free trial, there is nothing to lose and everything to hear. Why wait? Head to your nearest Walmart location today or visit audionhearing.com right now. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. Audien Hearing. Hearing for everyone.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 409-248-3249. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 409-248-3249. That's 409-248-3249.
I'm Brian Alter, and I have a diamond for that. There's a reason I say that. The Alter family has been a part of Texas for 6 generations now. My grandfather's 100-plus-year-old jewelry company has grown to be the largest store in Southeast Texas for a reason. We have lots of jewelry. We have fun jewelry. We have casual jewelry. And we have jewelry that would be welcome on the red carpet. But I teach my team, and have for the last 37 years, that it's not about the jewelry. It never has been about the jewelry. It's about why you buy the jewelry. Because when you look at that diamond, it reminds you of the special occasions in your life. You get married with a diamond. You celebrate anniversaries with diamonds. You celebrate birthdays with diamonds. And you congratulate yourself with diamonds. In my dad's day, he used to say, I'm Nelson Alter, and the gym sells a diamond every 12 minutes. There must be a reason. There is a reason. And that's why at my time, I say, I'm Brian Alter, and I have a diamond for that.
Than a place that I used to visit in Dallas. Oh, no, I better.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you just
RC chimed in on Jim's critique of his newscast and said that newscast was like a well-greased machine at RC Services.
How does he know that? That's good news.
Well, I did tell RC, thank you.
I like your response. I think.
He wouldn't know his ass from a pipe threader. I mean, come on.
Well,
like getting a love lesson from Tiny Tim.
Whoa. Do you think RC stands for real cool?
I never thought about that.
I think it stands for real clown.
And that shouldn't be nice because that's not what he told me off the air.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yes,
can see how that can be interpreted some other ways.
You want to be working here Monday.
Yeah. Well, I think RC's probably typing as we speak. So.
Yeah, he probably is. McDonald's has bowed out of the National Restaurant Association.
Really?
They think that sit-down restaurants need to give their servers a raise.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
McDonald's has come out against wage rules that allow casual dining restaurants and bars. The tipped wage minimum, as set by the government right now, is $2.13. Used to be $2.01,
Right.
so they've actually raised it by 12 cents.
Wow. How generous.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chicago, where McDonald's is based, is phasing out the tip wage. Washington, D.C. Also decided to eliminate it, but this year paused its plans. Roughly half a dozen states, including California and Washington, have eliminated it too. The company has a vested interest in the debate. Sit-down chains like Chili's have cut into sales. McDonald's, by advertising burgers at prices that compete with fast food meals. Chili's is, I forget what the deal is, but I think it's like a burger and 4 or 5 other things,
Right.
for $10.
Yeah, we were at Chili's last week, actually earlier this week. Great service and such, and a great menu. You know, I have no problem with phasing that out. That doesn't mean you don't tip, but again, I think McDonald's does protest too much. If you want good servers, and you'll notice when you go to a Chick-fil-A, certain places that pay above the going wage, they have good people. If you pay the going wage or less, you're going to have bad folks.
However, McDonald's has pointed out what a lot of us feel. Tipping has become increasingly contentious as customers grow fatigued with the digital prompts
Yes.
to round out bills.
Yeah, I'm not real happy.
And I am not. I enjoy eating at Olive Garden. Now, I've always enjoyed Carrabba's. I love Frankie's. And Frankie's is down home. But I've enjoyed Carrabba's. I love their mezzaluna. And I like the great soup that they have over at the Olive Garden.
But they have those portable devices.
I don't like that.
And so the waiter or waitress is sort of standing there waiting. How much you going to give me?
That's what happened to me last time I was there.
And again, there are many different brands out of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them operate the same way. I got in a situation recently where I wasn't familiar with that brand. So I put the tip in. Now I'm having to get the server to complete the transaction.
That's what I had to
The
do.
server is now seeing what I'm tipping.
Yeah.
And she admitted, there's not many people use these devices in Southeast Texas.
Well, I don't like tipping on the devices. I don't like tipping on a credit card.
Yeah,
I'll pay on a credit card, but
Well, if I have the cash, I have the cash with me.
Yeah.
If I don't have the cash,
Yeah, but
then I have to put it on the card.
But I'll pay for the meal with a credit card, but I'll tip with cash.
I like to do that because that way I know the waiter.
I know
or
my
waitress
person's
gets it.
getting it. Yeah,
But if I don't have the cash with me, or if I had the other day, I wanted to go ahead and leave the tip in cash, but I had a $20 bill. I said,
Yeah.
if I'm going to leave a $20 bill or, a $16 tab.
Well, and I was trying, in my walking around money, I always try and carry some 5s or a 10, as well as a 20, so you don't get, but yeah, you don't always have
You have
that.
that much on you? Well, you're walking that later.
Well, don't you carry a little walking around money?
Oh, absolutely. $3.
I said that to my grandchild one time, I hope, and she just sort of stared at. She'd never heard that term.
Yeah.
I said, do you need some walking around money?
You know, they're standing at you. You know, they're standing at you, looking at. I mean, you know, that's why when you go to the men's room or the ladies' room, that's why they have doors on the crapper.
I was wondering.
Yeah, that's why they have doors. Because
You're not supposed to leave it
it's
open?
a private thing.
You're not supposed to leave it open?
Apparently
No,
not.
it's a private thing.
No wonder I get
And,
weird
you
looks.
know, I'm not ashamed of the tip I'm leaving.
Well,
It's just,
sometimes.
you know, I just don't, I don't like, there's certain things that are personal to me. It's like, you know, if someone walked up to me and said, how much money you got in your bill for? None of your damn business.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, you go to a pizza place, you order, you go
Yo,
to pick
thanks
it
for
up.
rolling.
Right.
You walk in there.
Stay safe and have a great
Yeah.
Friday.